Okay, this is going to be a sad news because I have this is recording hours minutes after I record another I Stand with Blake Lively video because there's a reason why because I got a bad news for all the film cinephiles. Visionary filmmaker from of Eraserhead, um, Dune, the original one, not Denis Villeneuve one, Blue Velvet, and Muhammad Drive. David Lynch was passed away at age 78. He was diagnosed with the emphysema, or maybe lung cancer, I think, but after a lifetime of smoking. But he no longer film direct anything, and any longer has since the last movie in Inland Empire, and the last proper directorial effort between on TV was Twin Weeks. Um, uh, The Return in 2017, and it was a bad thing. It was so sad. He passed away due to of uh, insomnia, or maybe it caused lung cancer. But it's so sad. But he turned and then it was a day before, 4 days before the 79th birthday. So there is so sad to see why the legacy of a David Lynch career was probably all the inspiration to massive filmmakers, inspired filmmakers. Most even before working at A24 was become well-known indie film studio that style were reminiscent of the David Lynch stuff. Um, if you probably know, David Lynch was known as a filmmaker you're familiar with. He was an avant-garde experiment filmmaker. Mostly in the movies you're familiar with is a directorial debut film with Eraserhead in 1977, in and also in later moving on with the Ministry of Sussex with the Elephant Man, starring pre Silence of the Land fame Anthony Hawkins, and he also did Dune, the 1984 version, not the recent Denis Villeneuve version. He also directed, and he did, and then after it flopped, but it could become a cult following. Then later, Blue Rabbit. Um, then while at the Heart, all alongside Nicolas Cage, and Lost Highway was her weird film, and the Straight Story was the only family friendly film that produced with Disney. And then later, Mulholland Drive in 2001 was I saw, but more on that later. And then I mentioned he also did a prequel of the Twin Peaks called Twin Peaks Fire Welcome Me, but I will talk about later. And then after Mulholland Drive, the last proper film to date, Inland Empire, was a it was a film that experiment films, and it was sort of, I think he also created along with Mark Frost with a show called Twin Peaks. And Twin Peaks has gotten nominated for Emmy Awards, and he did a prequel, a film called Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, and a variety limited series Twin Peaks The Return. And that's pretty much it. I know from David Lynch for a long time, but I respect the filmmaker as pretty much I know the associate with the director, weird avant-garde director. I know him. I was a kid. I remember this episode of The Simpsons when in the episode "Who Shot Mr. Burns" Part Two. There's a parody of Twin Peaks, and also after that, when I was growing up, I watching Fabelmans, the Steven Spielberg's biopic film, semi-biopic film. It was playing the director John Ford. That was a great cameo in the end. That was the best cameo in this special surprise cameo in the end. And after that, I watched whole Mulholland Drive in entirety, and it was a great film. is the masterpiece. I respect Mulholland Drive is wants to be the best movie. It was avant-garde films, and this is before A24 were like similar vibes, like a auteur avant-garde film studio, like similar experience with David Lynch. But Mulholland Drive was from once was a great film in my opinion, and this kickstarted the careers of Naomi Watts. So I respect the David Lynch career was pretty much the auteur filmmaker, was more avant-garde. But I didn't know from him, but Mulholland Drive was only film I seen led by David Lynch. And it was amazing. He had been diagnosed with lung cancer, I think. He was but last year, but he never. And the only reason that Netflix turned down, we checked the checked the Netflix David Lynch series in mid projects for before he passed away. So that's why he had never. And he decided make retire for filmmaking, and then later passed away after that. So that's the reason. So yeah, I respect David Lynch as a filmmaker, but I really love Mulholland Drive. I haven't seen other movies like 1984 Dune, Wild at Heart, um, Blue Rabbit, Eraserhead, and Inland Empire, and The Lost Highway. But I hope I'm gonna go see someday. But for me, I hope see what happened in future future, and I respect David Lynch is a great director. It was more weird director that you've seen in for over the years. So may rest in peace to him. So and I forgot to mention David Lynch had a YouTube channel too. So and one of the infamous and infamous series called The Today's Number Is. I put a link in the description and for to check out the playlist about that. And please subscribe to David Lynch Theater. And he haven't uploaded for 3 months, and the legacy of the David Lynch career will live on. So that's pretty much it. So rest in peace, David Lynch, and I hope see what happens in the future. And I might be rewatching and some all the classics like Blue Rabbit, Mulholland Drive, Eraserhead, and all more, and Tweet Weeks series and all others. So rest in peace to him, and I hope see what happens in some future. Maybe I hope David Lynch will might continue making movies when out in the para universe. So maybe not, but it was too. But unfortunately, it was too late. So rest in peace, David Lynch. I respect to you.